Here are 3 cases when hot teachers were caught having sex with students.
He said that they had sex and that she sucked his dick, basically, was what he said.
This is Brittany Ann Zamora, a 27-year-old 6th grade teacher at Las Brisas Academy Elementary School in Goodyear, Arizona. She was arrested for molesting and sexually abusing one of her 13-year-old students. But before that, let's see how this all unfolded.
What type of perverted person are you? I want to know right now. You are a monster. You are a pedophile. You're a child molester. Do you understand me?
Why do you say that?
Oh, see, I'm a lot smarter than...
The kid's father can be heard confronting Zamora on the call, but instead of apologizing, she acted like she wasn't aware of anything, but the father had proof that she couldn't deny. The father of the 13-year-old read the text messages between the teacher and his son, which clearly showed that both of them were very interested in each other, and Zamora was the one initiating it all.
The parent informs me that he had found proof on his son's cell phone that one of my teachers had been having sex with his son.
Okay. What kind of proof did he find?
He said that it was a conversation back and forth about things that they had done.
Okay, who's the father?
His name is John.
Do you have his date of birth?
I don't.
Okay. Do you know where he lives?
Yes. He lives in Buckeye, 85326.
Okay.
He said that they had sex and that she sucked his dick, basically, was what he said.
The boy's parents took the matter to the school principal, who, after reviewing all the evidence, filed a complaint with the police. The investigation began by questioning the victim, which revealed many of Zamora's dark secrets.
Said that, text her so she wouldn't be bored. And I said, "Hi, Miss Zamora," and then she texted back, "Hi," and then we just started texting. I don't remember how it got really intense, but we would flirt and say she would be like, "Oh, MG, I love you," and I would tell her I would love her too. And then she would talking about how she wanted to do stuff with me, and I would tell her that I wanted to do that too.
Not just text messages, but the victim himself testified how the teacher asked him to message her first, and how she escalated things with her steamy messages. This also started happening in the classroom, where they both started touching each other.
And she was all like, "Let me come over so I can show you how much I love you." And she was all like, where is your grandparents' house? I'm like, "Oh, in Tolleson." And then she's like, "Okay, send me the address," because her husband was... And I got into the car and she started kissing me, and then she gave me a... And then I left.
Things didn't stop there. It went further when Zamora went to meet him while he was staying at his grandparents' home. The moment he entered the car, the teacher started kissing him and gave him a blowjob.
So then you said that she got on top of you. And whose idea was that?
Hers.
Hers. So what was she saying to you?
She's just telling me to relax.
The next day, they both met again the same way in the same car, but this time, they ended up having intercourse. According to the boy, it was Zamora who began it all, and even comforted him when he started to panic.
Miss Zamora saying anything?
No, they're just doing it. It was very uncomfortable. So that's why the second day they're doing stuff, I just left texting dirty stuff. Like on Instagram, they text dirty stuff.
Not just the victim, the other boy, who was 11 years old, was interviewed as he saw all the things happening between the teacher and her student. He also said that the teacher used to show him naked photos, which made him uncomfortable.
Shoot a picture of him while in him.
Yep, I'm on. Does this have before this officer has a body cam on him as well? So, just to make you feel more comfortable, you know.
Okay, Brittany, come on over here.
Yeah.
Did you double lock?
I didn't.
Okay. Brittany, I'm going to turn your wrist in here, okay?
No, we just want to make sure they don't pinch you.
Okay.
So we double lock them so they don't close.
Miss Zamora, did you have an inappropriate relationship with a 13-year-old boy, one of your students?
Miss Zamora, do you have anything to say, teachers?
After gathering all the evidence against Zamora, on March 22, 2018, she was pulled over and arrested by officers of the Goodyear Police Department. She was then taken to the station for booking and later presented to the court for further case proceedings.
You just remain seated at counsel table for the sentencing. All right, please state your true and correct name.
Brittany Ann Zamora.
And your date of birth.
1591.
The court having previously accepted your pleas of guilt, it is the judgment of the court. You are guilty of 3 crimes. Amended count 1, sexual conduct with a minor, a class 2 felony and dangerous crime against children. The offense occurring in Maricopa County between September 1, 2017 through and including March 22, 2018 as to victim A. It is a non-dangerous, non-repetitive offense under the criminal code in violation of the statutes set forth in the plea agreement. It is also the judgment of the court you are guilty of amended count 2, attempted molestation of a child, a class 3 felony and dangerous crime against children, the offense occurring in Maricopa County between September 1, 2017 through and including March 22, 2018 as to victim A. It is a non-dangerous, non-repetitive offense under the criminal code in violation of the statute set forth in the plea agreement.
Zamora was found guilty of several charges, including sexual conduct with a minor, a class 2 felony, as well as crimes against children and attempted molestation of a child. Despite her attorney's efforts to defend her, she couldn't escape a 20-year prison sentence. But what about a female teacher who considered making out with her student in a school gym the best idea?
Please have mercy with your judgment. Thank you.
Pamela Joan Rogers was 28 years old when she was caught having a sexual relationship with her student. She was an American former elementary school physical education teacher and coach who taught in McMinnville, Tennessee.
Sentenced on multiple counts of sexual battery against an unidentified teenage boy. The encounters took place over the course of 3 months last year, one of them reportedly in the school.
Both Pamela and her 13-year-old student were in a relationship for the past few months, and they were very active sexually and were making out on a regular basis at their school gym where Pamela used to train students.
Rogers, a former homecoming queen who taught PE at the school for 2 years, lived at the boy's house for a brief period. His mother once called her a family friend. But after investigators discovered the relationship, they arrested her in February, a month after her husband had filed for divorce.
Things went even further as Pamela started living in the boy's house, even though that was cut short as she was soon arrested.
Broken, no matter how broken my spirit was, I don't know how I could have got to the point to have made the decisions that I've made. I don't know what I was thinking, and it's clear that I wasn't thinking. I was blinded by emotions that I'm ashamed that I had. And it's obvious that I need help to resolve those issues. I'm so sorry to all the people that I have affected and hurt. I have embarrassed and devastated my family. And I have embarrassed my friends. And I have humiliated myself.
Finally, after the investigation, Pamela was arrested and presented to the court, where she pleaded guilty. Pamela appeared very emotional in court and expressed regret for all her decisions. But it was too late by then.
The former physical education teacher has been sentenced now to 9 months behind bars for having a sexual relationship with a 13-year-old boy. She is just the latest in a string of female teachers caught crossing the line with young.
She was charged with 4 counts of sexual battery in 2005 and 2 counts of solicitation of sexual exploitation of a minor in 2006, stemming from a 3-month relationship with a 13-year-old boy. She was sentenced to 9 months in jail and 8 years probation.
I think it's traumatized the community because this is Warren County. This is Centertown. I mean, stuff like that's not supposed to happen here. But, you know, just a rude awakening that things like that happen.
The residents of Warren County condemned this event and were very satisfied with the punishment the judge announced. In a town of merely 12,000 people, this case served as an awakening to the types of people that exist in this world.
A bright, energetic, talented young woman. She's going to rebound from this. She's very strong mental.
Pamela was known as a mentally and physically strong woman with the capabilities to handle adversity. However, this raises the question, was she really that strong? Or was she born with a criminal mind? Her behavior after being released a few years later showed that she hadn't learned her lesson. After being released in 2012, Pamela was taken into custody again in 2015 for allegedly conspiring to smuggle contraband cell phones into a state prison. She was sentenced to 8 years in prison. Her case brought headlines and national attention to the practice of cell phone smuggling in prisons. But that doesn't show the rock bottom of a person like Brianne, who molested 3 students.
There's 5 counts of first-degree felony rape, 2 counts of first-degree felony forcible sodomy, 3 counts of second-degree felony forcible sexual abuse.
Brianne Altis of suburban Salt Lake City was arrested in 2013 for having sexual relations with 3 male students and was charged with 3 counts of illegal activity with underage students.
3 boy students that she allegedly sexually molested. It's my understanding that one of the boy students said he thought they were dating. So where does the husband and the 2 children fit into that scenario?
The strangest aspect of the case was that one of the boys claimed he thought he and Brianna were in a relationship. That's why he continued having fun with her, but the reality was far from that.
The husband has stayed loyal, at least until recently. I don't know what his latest position is, but she is the mother of 2 of his children.
Can you imagine Brianna was the mother of 2 children? You need some serious guts to cheat on your husband and 2 children with a minor. Brianna was arrested in 2013 and then presented to the court for a preliminary hearing, where she was found guilty for various charges of molesting underage students.
Former Davis County teacher accused of having sex with 3 teenage boys was back in court today.
Brianne Altis was arraigned after a judge ordered her back behind bars. This all comes after a preliminary hearing that happened last week.
Yeah, Brittany Tate was in court today covering the story. Brittany, did she enter a plea at all today?
She sure did, Mark and Heidi. She entered into non-guilty pleas in regards to charges of unlawful sexual activity. Prosecutors say Altis bailed out of jail after being charged with 5 counts of rape and then continued to have an inappropriate sexual relationship with a 17-year-old boy. Today's charges involve that 17-year-old boy, who court documents show is one of the 3 teens Altis has been charged for raping in 2013. Altis is also accused of violating state law after court documents show she texted that teen topless pictures of herself. In the past, Altis is bailed out of jail on a $10,000 bond last week.
After the preliminary hearing, Brianna entered a not guilty plea, but it was of no use because all the evidence was against her, and she couldn't save herself from punishment.
Michael Christian, what exactly are the charges, the specific charges against her?
There's 5 counts of first-degree felony rape, 2 counts of first-degree felony forcible sodomy, 3 counts of second-degree felony forcible sexual abuse, 3 counts of unlawful sexual activity with a minor, Nancy, and the last count, 1 count of dealing harmful material to a minor.
Brianna was officially charged for 5 counts, which included first-degree felony rape, first-degree felony forced sodomy, sexual abuse, unlawful activity with a minor, and dealing with harmful material to a minor. She was sentenced to 2 to 30 years in prison.
She's having a hard time, as anybody that would be in jail has. We think the jury should consider the evidence as to each particular individual independent of the other.
After spending 2 years in prison, she was finally released in 2017 on parole. Altis was ordered to complete a 2-year sex offender treatment program in 2017, and she was also asked to pay restitution through counseling for her victims. If you found this video interesting, click on this next one and don't forget to subscribe. See you there.